Rise of the Skywalker was just not good. I went to the movies with no expectations. It could be a good movie, it could be a bad movie. I was still disappointed. I was just happy to go to the movies. Is so messy, especially with the pacing. I can't think of another movie that has the pacing issues that this movie has. There was way too much going on in such a small amount of time that really was not necessary. I think just getting caught up in not giving spoilers is kind of gonna get in the way of me giving specifics about the sort of issues that you had with this movie. So I'm just gonna go right into the movie, what's going on, and what my problem was with it. Starts off, Finn and Poe are already getting gunned down. They get a secret message from some alien dude who exists for like 2 seconds. Then they go off, they find Rey, she's training with Leia. They read the message to everyone. Basically, Palpatine is back. Starting like a massive army, and they have to go to this planet that they don't know where it is to try to stop them. They have to go to this planet to find a clue, and then the clue is going to take them to this wayfinder. The wayfinder is going to finally get them to the planet that they're looking for. There are other things in the movie that are completely unnecessary. These are not the only things that are happening within the 2-hour time span that this movie is going on for. There are a whole bunch of other things going on between that, and it's just exhausting to watch. Usually a movie starts off with the exposition, and that's gonna be introducing you to characters that are gonna matter throughout the whole movie. It doesn't stop. They're meeting so many new characters in every planet that they go to. Just way too many characters. At the end of it, like, you really don't care about these characters. You really don't get to know them. They start off at like a festival in some planet. They're just like walking around like, oh, okay, you know, we're supposed to be looking for the clue that Luke Skywalker was looking for. And then you meet these little aliens. They don't really matter. Go into a cave and they find the clue. It's like a blade. They find out that 3PO cannot just translate what's on the clue. You would literally save so much screen time. It's so unnecessary to make him just not be able to translate the blade, but he can't do it. So that means they have to go to another planet to find someone, change his wiring, make him bad 3PO so that he can translate what it says that on the blade. Completely unnecessary. You really don't need that. Just have him translate it there. Then there's like a giant snake. Kill the snake, get out of the cave. And now, this is like 20 minutes into the movie, you still have so much of the movie left, and you still have all of these things that you want to develop, but nothing gets developed because you're wasting screen time on 3PO just not being able to translate what's on the blade. Just have him do it. In general, more modern movies have been doing this, and it's so lazy. It's basically an action scene with no action in it. A lot of movies tend to use like telekinetic powers to do the same exact tactic that is lazy, boring. It's not interesting to watch. It's lazy action is basically what it is. She does this whole lazy action sequence against Kylo Ren in efforts to try to save Chewbacca. But then, oh no, she accidentally destroys the ship and everyone who's on it is dead, including Chewbacca. She yelled out, "Chewie!" She's like wanting to cry. And I thought like, wow, that's pretty good acting. I really wish that I cared. But No, there's nothing at stake in this movie. To no one's surprise, Chewbacca is actually alive, and Rey can just sense it. And so they're gonna go on a mission to save Chewbacca. More unnecessary things thrown on in this movie when it could have been spent developing things that do matter in the movie, but this does not matter. Just, oh no, Chewbacca's dead. Psych, he's alive, and now they have to go save him. Before I miss this, because there's so much to be missed in this movie because of how fast everything is going, there was a teeny tiny little subplot. There's a spy in the Sith who is a double agent, and we don't know who he is. This plotline is literally just there for like 2 minutes. When they go to save Chewbacca, basically General Hux reveals himself, I've been the spy the whole time. What do you mean you've been the spy the whole time? This movie has been going on for like 30 minutes. We never got a chance to care about that plotline. So then, after saving Chewbacca, they go to another planet to try to get 3PO's. They're gonna switch him to being a Sith 3PO so that they can have him translate what's written in Sith on the blade. And when they enter this planet, there's immediately a girl pointing a gun at Poe Dameron, like, I'm gonna kill you. You know, I could give up this girl, I can give up your whole crew right now and make a lot of money, and I don't care about you. So I can kill you right now and I can turn y'all in. Rey beats her up, we really need your help. And she's like, okay, yeah, you're cool. Let's go help you. Then she goes to the rooftop with Poe Dameron, like as if it's a moment. And then they're leaving the planet and she's like, Poe, I love you. This happens like, I kid you not, it feels like 5 minutes. How the hell are you gonna transition from I hate you and I can kill you to, but by the end of it, like, oh yeah, we talked on the rooftop for like 2 minutes. Now I love you, Poe. It's just a shitty, underdeveloped. It's not romantic. It's just shit. Like, it's just not good. That whole scene didn't have to happen, but whatever. They get 3PO, Sith PO to translate what's on the blade, and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, now we can move on to the next thing. It's so exhausting how fast everything is going. Go to yet another planet to find the Wayfinder. Rey, based on her instincts, based on her feelings, is able to crack the code that's on the blade. She like pulls out this little thingy and she's like, she matches up the ridges of the blade to the ridges of the mountain, as if the mountain would not change over time. Whatever. She matches it up and she's able to find where the Wayfinder is, so she goes there and she envisions herself as a Sith. Spoiler alert, major spoiler alert, she's a Palpatine. That's who her parents have been this whole time. Her father was the son of Palpatine. Ends up with Luke Skywalker, his little phantom or whatever. Oh, I'm so afraid that I'm a Palpatine. And he's like, yeah, I know that you're a Palpatine, but guess what? We all knew that. We all knew that? What do you mean you knew that? What do you mean? How did anyone know this? You were not even a sperm cell in your daddy's nutsack when Palpatine looked like this. How are you gonna know that he fucks? How are you gonna know that this fucks? You expect for me to believe that you knew that this guy fucks? Like, I don't think so. I don't appreciate Luke Skywalker's tone with that. It's not obvious. Come on. Never mind what that means for the audience. This was never established for the audience. That's not a good twist. Like, obviously no one was gonna see it coming because nobody knew anything about this guy's family. How is anyone supposed to be like, yeah, obviously she's a Palpatine. Whatever. It's more interesting than some of the other theories that some fans had. So, in the theme of things that happen in this movie repetitively, constantly, that don't matter and don't really add much, there are so many scenes where it's like, oh no, this character that everyone should just already love and care about is gonna die. Psych! They don't actually die. That happens like with 5 characters. First, it happens with Chewbacca. oh no, Chewbacca's dead. Oh, but that wasn't the spaceship that Chewbacca was in actually. So Chewbacca isn't actually dead. But like, you never got an opportunity to care. Not that we don't love Chewbacca. It really comes out of nowhere. You really don't feel like it's really that high stakes. And then it turns out that it isn't, which cheapens all of the other times that they try to do the exact same thing. Then it's C3PO, whatever.
What are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one last look, sir, at my friends.
Oh no, he's gonna lose all his memories. Oh, but he's gonna be totally fine because we're just gonna put his memories back on him. So that doesn't matter. Then, again, with Kylo Ren and Leia, Rey kills Kylo Ren, and at the same time, Leia just up and dies. For no reason, like nothing's happening with Leia. She's just kind of like mad chilling in her room. R2-D2 is like, hey, are you chill? Are you fine? Like, do you need anything? And she's like, nah, I'm just gonna die. And she just dies. Like, where did this come from? Why is she just dying? Well, whatever. She dies, and Rey and Kylo Ren, they sense it. They feel it for whatever reason. And then Rey is like, oh shit, Kylo, we were fighting to the death just now, but let me just heal you. Let me just heal you so that you can live. So she does, so psych, Kylo Ren is not actually dead now. After Rey talks to Luke Skywalker, he gives her Leia's old lightsaber. She uses the Wayfinder to go to Exalt. She sends out the signal to all of her crew. Rey has been going based on her instincts literally so much in this movie that I'm pretty sure they were just kind of like, whatever, we'll go wherever he wants to. Kylo has a moment with Han Solo where he basically decides that he's gonna be good. Instead of going to all these different planets and fake killing all of these different characters, having a lot of unnecessary plot points, you could have spent time kind of developing Kylo's switch from being a bad guy to being a good guy. But no, it's just suddenly he's just like, I don't want to be bad anymore, no, I want to be a good guy. The epic battle between Rey and Palpatine starts with Rey going into this little cult. Like a bunch of Sith are just gathered there and they're just like watching Palpatine. Crazy arch thing that's connected to him. Rey tells him, I'm here to kill you. I'm here to defeat you. And then Palpatine is like, good. I want you to kill me. And I'm just like, will someone kill someone please and end this movie? Her and Kylo Ren basically end up tag teaming some of the Sith that are there. They just start fighting almost for no good reason. We get a really, really good do it moment. I could not control myself. I was literally just like cracking up the whole time. Her and Kylo Ren defeat Palpatine. Big surprise. Who knew? The stakes were so high. I was ready for this movie to be over like 20 minutes before it was over. But apparently no, the Palpatine battle was not enough to end this movie. And now we have another little tidbit of a plot point. Which the plan is basically show up there, fight as many people as you can, send out a signal basically asking other people to come and help, and I'm pretty sure other people will come and help, or else this whole shit was for nothing. But you know what, let's risk everything we have just in hopes that someone else is gonna show up and save everything. Poe Dameron is just kind of like, oh no you guys, this is it, it's time to give up, there's just so many of them. Lando is like, but there's so many more of us. And then just like a whole bunch of ships show up. I feel nothing at this point. But whatever, everyone shows up, they save the day, and you know what? The movie is still not over. So to really put into perspective just how ridiculous the pacing is, every single thing that I have described to you, like all of the planets that they go to, all of the tiny little subplots, all of the people that they meet, all of this happens over the course of 2 days. when you have this massive army, when you have Palpatine being like a high stakes enemy, it feels more like an easy fix, you know what I mean? Whereas if it had developed over the course of like an entire year, nothing feels high stakes because of how fast everything is going on. People are gonna watch this movie because it's a Star Wars movie. If you want to have that closure, just watch it. Who cares? Hopefully they don't make another unnecessary trilogy. This was, for me, in my opinion, the most unnecessary, worst trilogy in the Star Wars saga, and the one that delivers the least. And then they just dropped the ball on The Last Jedi, and no one wanted to fucking pick that ball up, so we got a messy nonsense conclusion to a messy nonsense trilogy. There was obviously some very bad communication from within this trilogy, and it really, really shows. It shows so bad, and it really just makes all of these movies so much worse for it.